this drive will start inside the 25. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, green down. Red, sight, set.
Rattler now off the play action. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
They'll run now with Neal. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock. Pounding it forward, send an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Now Rattler on the play fake. He's got it at the 6! And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Saints, first down. 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Ready.
So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Ravens' 3-yard line.
Ready.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Hut.
Neal has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Quick throw left side complete. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. target to Flowers. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. He throws a bullet to the center of the... He's got it deep downfield. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Let's go. Ready.
It's Henderson on the give. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Looking quickly here.
It's fourth down.
Fourth down, pass coming. He gets it to Rice. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
52. Ready. 33. Yellow.
Here's Rattler, first and 10. Right back to Rice, caught again. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Don't worry.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Andrews has it, working downfield. And he takes it down to the 33. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. He works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Zone read here and give to Mitchell. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
The Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Tyler Luke after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Down. Ready.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Yellow, 43. Blue, black. Green, back. Dead.
On the gun, Rattler. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore off the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. It could do some serious damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to work they go after the interception. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Rice motioning left. Rattler trying again on second. Gets this one. It's Devin Neal. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here we go, set. 52 Blues. Ready?
They throw it out quick to the left. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ready. 53. Ready.
They are throwing it again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. On the right sideline, there's space. And he brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore, off the pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go.
Robinson in motion right.
Ready.
Back to the air following that pick six. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Red, red, yellow, black, red.
Here's Rattler. Right back to Kirk, and he's got it again. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw in that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Still has some space inside the 35. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Slot man's in motion right.
First down.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second.
Here we go. Here we go.
Rattler back to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Come on, set, black shot. 45, white. Set.
Rattler now off the play action. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away. Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. A design run, Jackson keeping it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
It's a small gain up to the 38. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 7.
Third down, they need 7. To the air on third and long. Gets it downfield on target to Flowers. It's a race down the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 31, Saints 14. Tyler Luke to kick off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Gets his tight end on the corner route. He is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, he's totally flipped the field and toned this drive.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And he still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 16-point ball game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
Saints 21.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Has a hole left. Room to run. Touchdown on an incredible return. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up first and 10. Drawn up here for Lamar. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. This is taken ahead to the 42. Quincy Riley up to make that stop.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. On 4th down, snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the sound spot, give the quarterback a chance.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Running in the red zone. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The